Hello everybody and welcome back to my Just Cause 2 playthrough, where this should be the last one for a little bit.
Hey, what you doing? Are you being that bastard that hasn't subscribed yet? Well, why don't you join one of us that have subscribed? As well as that, you might as well tune down to the description down below, where I have a new subreddit called r/RealmHQ. Other than that, back to your regularly scheduled program.
Basically, the idea is that I'm going to... Holy cow, I did not expect to see you guys. Why is there another freaking... No, why? Why is there another helicopter? There should be no helicopter. I killed the only one that was shooting me earlier. Ah, you guys suck. Anyway, upon that pedestal, so here's the basic idea. So right now this is Just Cause episode 25. So what does that mean for the series? It means I'm going... I really hate these stupid things that like send you all the way back to this one stupid outpost. But we did go ahead and complete all of them, so I'll go ahead and start completing this one. Anyway, besides all the BS, so what I was talking about is that I am planning on just playing this for this episode, and then the idea is that after this episode I'm going to be playing Subnautica Below Zero in place of this one, but it is not going to be forever. The idea is that once I finish Subnautica's Below Zero, then I will go ahead and finish Just Cause 2. Again, some of the stuff is kind of getting on my nerves. Like, again, with the stupid... just some of the stuff. It really is stupid when it's like... I don't like how it sends you all the way back to Strongholds. Like I said in the last video, I prefer Just Cause 3 because I think the way they do it, if I remember correctly, is they just send you back to the town. Which I find to be completely fine. Because what it means you don't get sent all the way back like 500 or like at least 50 kilometers just because some guy got a lucky strike on you. That's what I don't really like, is that it let me take off like that stuff, where it's complete BS and how I died. Because I couldn't get anywhere, because guess what? If it were to do that, then it means that I don't... It's so stupid. But it's just stuff like that where it's like, yeah, I'm willing to go ahead and put a pause on the series. They won't be like the Undertale stuff where I paused for an essentially insurmountable amount of time. I do, as of this moment, still intend to finish it. But again, I'm not planning on really going back to it right now. But other than that, all that I know is that I'm going to be doing this episode just primarily so I can go ahead and get everything taken care of, at least to a point, so that way... I know I did a couple of stuff, like I've been doing, again, the faction missions, because I don't mind them, they're pretty decent. I will say I really don't appreciate how you have to buy everything. Like, God. So, I know I've talked about this. I have played Just Cause 3. And in comparison, I think 3 is honestly a better game. I know that's gonna be maybe a hot sticking point for some people, but hear me out. If I remember correctly, in 3, you don't just get jumbled right back if you die. Because literally, I died, and it sent me all the way back to there. I think it literally will put you right outside where you were just attacking. Just because it's not going to screw you over that bad. And I really do appreciate... Yeah! Because if you go attack... Because I remember this. Because one of the major bases of there, the one everyone knows because it has the stupid Bavarian missile, the one that locks onto you and all that jazz. Yeah, you want to know what happens? When you die, you get sent right outside the missile range, which means you can still attempt it. You aren't screwed over to get sent back like an entire map's worth just because you screwed up your flight pattern. I really do appreciate that about 3. Because again, the stuff that pisses me off is when I lose progress over stuff that is either my fault because I wasn't exactly paying all too much. Who the hell is just tossing grenades? Is it you? You have a grenade launcher? Hey, crying out loud. Oh, that's not good. There we go. Alright, let's see. Yep. There we go, that's very much appreciated. I also will say, I cannot wait to get this game done though, because it means we can move on to Just Cause 3. Because I will say, again, I still intend, it's gonna be Just Cause 2, then Just Cause 1. Then I'm willing to play at least the more recent titles, at least for the channel. I have, again, beaten the games, and it wouldn't be a bad idea, because again, I still have to hold Just Cause essay right. I thought he said catapult. I was like, what? You guys going all medieval on me? I'm not gonna hit him at this range. Alright, give me ammo. Oh my god. Again, this stupid stuff. I think the SAM will still be considered gone, but... Oh, man. Again, I like 3 more in terms of this BS stuff. Because it's just like... And it's not even that far of a trip, to be honest. It's like less... And like, yeah, it's less than a kilometer. But it's still a pain to get sent back, again, about a kilometer out, just because I died. Because it means I have to spend just time to go swing back into there, which when I get in there, I could easily just get swatted out of the sky. And, God. And, I mean, the game's not bad. Because if you're to take it more in the idea that this is the game that just came out after Just Cause 1, and just from that mindset, yeah, this game seems actually pretty decent. Because again, we're talking about Just Cause 1. Just Cause 1, as old pal of mine described it, is basically just a tech demo. Because that's really all it is. Like, to be honest, I would not be surprised if they were just like, hey, so we got this. Okay, can you actually, like, not. Okay. Okay, move out of this spot. There we go, for crying out loud. Okay. Anyway. Like I was saying, they said that Just Cause 1 is just basically a glorified tech demo. And I completely agree, because it's like, if you've seen my gameplay on it, and if you were to compare it to this one, it honestly just seems like a prototype Just Cause 2. And again, that's kind of the whole issue from where I'm coming from. I have, like, outside of 1, I played 3 all the way through. So, I'm going to be a lot more biased. I'm going to be like, I prefer 3 because you don't get stuck, you don't get sent back all the way. I don't know how 1 was, because I don't have it in recent memory. I have 3 and I have all the other ones in recent memory. And that's fine. I mean, some of my stuff is again going to be slightly biased, like how I feel about certain mechanics and other stuff like that. But again, like I said, this is coming off of Just Cause 1. And again, compared to Just Cause 1, this game is honestly a dream. Because they advanced on the grapple physics. I think in that game you legitimately could only grapple onto cars. I know one of the missions that introduced it, you had to get onto this limo and all that stuff. And that makes sense, because again, it's basically just a tech demo. It makes complete sense that the only thing they were trying to do is what they would perceive as the only thing you really can do, with the limitations. Basically, I'm giving this game a ton of crap, just mainly because my mind, I prefer Just Cause 3 over this one. And again, because that's the thing, people, they grew up with 2 first. Because again, this one I don't think was too much of a hit, but 2 wasn't a sleeper. It was a decently received game. It had an entire fan base that loved it so much that they made mods to make it so that you could go ahead and play with people. And I mean, there's the whole endless tether mod and stuff like that. And it's just stuff like that where it's like, yeah, it makes sense. Somebody who grew up with this was their Just Cause. They're not going to really like the idea of somebody who just like came out of the blue like, oh, well, I prefer 3 to this one. I will say there's not going to be too many people that won't agree that 3 improved on ideas. I think the only main thing I would consider a bad thing about 3 is more of its performance. But again, compared to this one, it doesn't exactly seem to be in contrast. That's the whole thing. I think this game has better performance because I've had not enough lag, as well as freaking God, that DLC. What is it? The Mech Island DLC. The Mech Island DLC for Fallout 3. Fallout 3, everybody. The one Fallout I haven't actually played outside of 2. I'm definitely playing it right now. Oh, God. Anyway. Pal, can you not... Yeah, just ring around a rose like this. Come on. I know you wanna. I'm just right here. Is it still attached? Yes, it's still attached. Come on, ring around a rose. No. I don't want to grab the stupid heli because there's too many of the stupid sandstone operation. Okay, that should work. I should probably actually see if I did kill all the Sams. I don't see any more, to be honest. Then again, I'm not up in the air trying to dodge them. I think there was like a total of like 2 or 3. That's the thing. I do actually like the Just Cause series. Because I really do like the idea of having some small objectives where it's like, hey, you need to go destroy these things. Have fun with explosives and grapples and stuff like that. And I do actually really like that about the Just Cause series. Because it's like, there's a ton of stuff you can do. Well, if you got it so that you have an enemy that's kind of tough, they keep just stomping you into the ground, well, just grab them. Grab them and fling them towards you. That's a really decent weak spot in terms of that they can't really do too much, and you can just go ahead and just hit them. They can't do anything because they're still on the ground being like, ah! And it's just stuff like that where it's like, it's innovative. That's the whole thing. I don't think the game is a bad game. I think the game is honestly decent for its time and stuff like that. Because, I mean, look at this. You can grapple up to the top of this thing that's been destroyed. And then, yeah. Again, that's the whole idea. I don't honestly want to bash the game. It's a decent game. And honestly, I have been loving playing through it. I know there's with Just Cause 3, again, there's stuff I don't like. Like when there's BS stuff where it's like, hey, so we're gonna drop you into this mission and you gotta perform very well. And then there's all the stupid escort. That's the one thing I really don't like about 3. Is all the stupid escort missions where it's like, hey, what the hell? Hey, so, we got like a high VIP. No, it wasn't even stuff like that. It's like the story missions. Like, okay. I will say I prefer 3 in terms of the settlement stuff, where you just have to clear out certain stuff. But I do prefer that there hasn't been any real, like, missions where it's like, oh, you need to escort this, and if it dies, then you have to restart at a certain checkpoint. And then something happens with the physics. Because that's the one thing I think that does drag Just Cause 3 down. Is when you're, like, playing on... Like, you're trying to fight... Like, okay, let's take the EMP mission. So, I think it's the Fort El Drago or something like that. When you're playing it, it's like, oh yeah, so we need you to drive this Barbarium EMP to the front gates, And the reason why is because the place has basically an EMP weapon of its own that's just decimating vehicles. We can't get in, we can't do anything unless we can bring in some heavy troops. We won't be able to do that until we can clear the place of the EMP thing. It's like, alright, makes sense. But when it's like, you can, like, okay, take the tire thing. You shoot the tire off one of the lead convoy. They're ahead of you. They're charging right at you. You hit the tire, it flips. And then it impacts the bridge. Then guess what happens? The bridge then basically goes ahead and be like, hey, I just got destroyed. And it's like, you got what? Yeah, I just got destroyed. And it just completely is gone. Like, there's nothing you can do. You can only watch to see if your trucks will at least make it over the broken part. And if it doesn't, then, well, I mean, whoop-de-doo. There's not too much you can do, honestly. Because it's like, yeah, about that, it's like, really nothing? I will say the scrapping stuff sucks. Because I don't like the fact that it's like, oh yeah, I'll just dangle you at the bottom. Anyway, but it's just stuff like, where it's like, the bridge gets completely destroyed just because you were like, alright, I wanted... I wanted to go ahead and take out the lead convoy guy. But because you took out the lead convoy guy, he has now sent the bridge down. Which means your mission to escort everyone has become so endangered just because the guy has crashed into the bridge. And it's like fun for like other stuff where it's like you're just screwing around. The bridge gets collapsed because you're just screwing around. You destroy the railroad bridges, which is awesome because you can see all these trains just start careening down the mountain and stuff like that. And that's fun. But when it's in a mission where it's like, yeah, we don't want you to blow up the bridge. We want you to keep the bridge in decent condition. You can use it if it's like you're already past this point, but that's the whole issue. You're not, and you end up just getting screwed over. And sometimes it's not even you that did it, like one of your allies, because it's a decent thing to hit their tire and then they just go flying, because that means they get pretty much taken out of the fight, and there's not too much the driver can do besides just hope that what happens is that they don't just go careening off the bridge. And of course, that's exactly what they do. But it's just worth every minute. It just does suck. It's like you have to restart the stupid mission. You're like, I don't really want to restart this mission. I'm already having hell just trying to beat it right now. Here's a question. If I throw... That's not enough. Ooh, that's interesting. What's it at? Yeah, it needs a full... Ooh, that's not good. So let's... How far? Not far enough. It's only 2 of them, if I remember correctly. And now it's going at me. And this is definitely cool stuff. And this, again, we're talking about, I think it was 2006 or so it was said that this game came out. 2006, you got like essentially like the Battlefield 4 Levolutions, but instead of it being something where it's like, oh yeah, you can destroy the dam and stuff like that. It's like, yeah, no, you can just destroy whatever as long as it's got a red and white symbol on it. And that must have been just revolutionary, because it's like, you can definitely go ahead and blow up stuff and just have fun with it. It wasn't something where you had to find a specific interaction or stuff like that. And definitely, like I was saying, I can definitely see how this game is definitely beloved by the people who played it and stuff like that. Because it's got its moments. And it's not like it's just one of a million. It's a decent game. It's Just Cause 2 for crying out loud. But I do feel like, because it's decent in of itself, but outside of a vacuum, it's like, yeah, but when you get sent all the way back, it kind of becomes annoying, and then kind of how buggy the system is in terms of how it registers, how to interact with the grapple hooks themselves, and just stuff like that. It's just like, it does end up sucking. It's like, I just want to get to the top of this water tower. It took me way longer than I really wanted to take. And I don't really appreciate how every time you fall, it instantly throws you into a skydiving. And it's like, I am nowhere near in the ability to do a skydive. It's like, no, you're doing a skydive. Where is it? No, this is a different spot. Okay, I don't know. Because I don't think there's another thing to discover. There may be. Okay, I think there is. Is it up the tower? Up the hill? Yes. And stuff like that, where it's like, yeah, I'm just barely tall enough, or barely high enough, and then you throw me all the way up. Okay, that was decent, except the fact that now it just makes it so I have to go all the way back up. Like, I totally didn't actually expect that. And now that it has happened, it's interesting, but it's not what I wanted. I just wanted to get it done. Alright, let's get all of the stupid collected. Why? I hit the top. Why? Again, I just find myself asking why more than I'm honestly enjoying this stuff. Like, yeah, it makes sense. X, Y, A. Do you mind? Do you mind? Okay, crying out loud. Is that both? No, obviously not. Oh, the train's destructible.
Trying to transport fuel now, you pipeline jerks.
Alright. Are you kidding me? Okay, we gotta set up 2 of them. Apparently on this things. Probably just be pretty easy to set it up right top. If it didn't send me all the way down to the bottom. Stuff like that. It just pisses me off. It's like, I did everything alright to get up to the top. And guess where it sent me? All the way down to the bottom. Because let me guess, I'm gonna jump? No, I actually did alright.
He got away. Return to your position.
Okay, that's 3 cranes. Okay. Hey, the grenade launcher, finally. Hey, there we go. That's not a good idea. Okay, open up. There you go. Oh, that's not good. Oh. Alright, as long as I don't get interrupted. Primarily, it just should be collectibles. I'm right. There we go.
Fun.
50? God, there must. It does look like there is a decent amount of stuff. Either I die or I get this base, please. And then I'll go and end off the video. 70. $79. Okay, so that means we have just collectibles then? Probably. Let's see. Alright. 79 to 85, yeah. Looks to primarily just be collectibles. Right over there. 90. I don't see anything over here though. I'm not picking up anything, so it may be destructible. Yeah, there's not anything showing up. Oh, no, there's not. Okay, let me just fall to the ground. $95, $100. Alright, so it's gonna have to end it off here. I'm going to probably see about at least upgrading some stuff. Equipment, yeah, I got 20. I know I just got the rocket or the grenade launcher. Upgrade it to level 3. I will buy. I'm gonna guess it's a dual-handed.
It's a tough job, but something's gotta do.
No, it's a dual. Oh, wait. Does that mean I can dual wield these? Oh no. Oh no, you should not have given me this ability. Let me go upgrade. Do we have any more vehicles? Yes, I got a tank. Okay, that's good. You can upgrade to the level 3, which means you'll actually be decent. equipment. Give me another grenade launcher, pal. I want to see if I can totally make this work. Okay. You can. This is going to be stupid.
Enemy located. All units attack on site.
Where are y'all? Come on, fight me. I got twin grenade launchers. I do not think you want to mess with me, pal. Is there like a blockade on this way? Oh my god, twins. Oh my god, they were twins. That does mean that thing's that's a decently armored vehicle. Where are y'all? You really gonna fight me? I got twin grenade launchers. Twins. You gonna get up? Holy cow, can this clear out of place? Well, it looks like we're going to have to end it up here. Thank you guys for tuning in and all that jazz. Like, subscribe, comment down below, and I'll see you guys next video. Other than that, have a great day. That means we can do rocket launchers and twin grenades. I'll be unstoppable when we return. Unstoppable! Yeah.